Here's a little piece of craft that we can make out of cardboard and a margarine container. Jesus standing in the boat saying, "Peace, be still," and a flat calm falling where previously there had been a violent storm raging and making the disciples very, very worried. Who can this man be who can do such things? Okay, so here's how you go about making the boat to start with. What you need is an empty cereal packet. I've used a Shreddies one, and an empty margarine container. I've used a Country Life one, and you'll need some sellotape as well. And then the equipment that you'll need is you'll need the iron, you'll need scissors and a pencil and a pen and some sellotape to do the sticking with. Okay, so we start by making the shape of the boat. We get the iron and we put it on the middle of the piece of cardboard. Try to get it exactly into the middle of it, and then we draw around it pretty firmly with a biro so that it makes the outline of the boat on the card. Draw around it on that side, and then we turn the iron round. So we put it on the other way so that it matches up with what we've already drawn, and we draw the outline on it as well the other way around. Try and draw it pretty firmly because we're going to use those bits of lines to fold around where we have kind of scored a bit with the biro. Now cut it out. We will need the edges exactly straight along the edge and there, so if the cereal packet narrows slightly at the end, just cut down there so that it makes the line completely straight. And then what we have to do is we have to use the folded mark that we've done to bend the card up in a curvy shape so that we make the outline of the boat on the top and the sides of the boat on the outside. So we bend along the scored line that we've made, and that means that we can fold the boat up in this kind of manner. Don't be shy about folding it properly and giving a proper crease to it. Then we have the shape of the boat, and now we can stick the ends together. Now you'll see that despite my best endeavours, this end didn't come out matching right, so we just need to cut off the excess and try and level it down a little bit like this. Doesn't matter about getting it too exact. So there's the essential shape of the boat. Now to make the inside part of the boat, what we need is we need to imagine this folding down into the middle. So we start by cutting the Country Life part in half. That's the most difficult thing. We need to make a hole in the Country Life spread by drilling through with the edge of the pair of scissors. Get an adult to help you with this because that's a bit difficult. And then we need to cut the two things in half right the way round the edge of the Country Life. Don't worry about getting exact to the beginning, because we'll firm up in a minute and do it right. And then that, you'll see, is about the right depth, but it's very likely on yours that it might be a bit different, in which case cut round that to make it a little bit more level. There are some irregularities in it, so we'll just smooth them out while we go and make sure that they don't obscure the pattern of what's going to happen. So that's going to be the inside there. And what we do next is we draw around it in pencil so that we can cut out the boat shape for the inside. And then, having got the shape of the inside round, we can draw the little plank that goes across the middle, which of course needs to be straight, so we'll draw that across, straight across like that. And then we need to cut out the two halves of the outline. Again, this bit is the hardest bit, making the original hole in the cardboard, and one on this side. And then we do the cutting out in this manner. Which makes the outline of the boat shape. And then the bottom part of the margarine container goes under it to make the outline of the boat, and then we use the top part to make the edging of it so that it looks quite neat. So just by eye, just fit that bit into there and mark up where that comes and where it comes on the other side. It's actually quite difficult to mark with a pen, slightly easier with a pencil. And then on the other side, and remember that the lines won't necessarily be fitting with the top of the margarine container, because the top is different from the bottom. And then we cut along the two lines that we've made, so that now, if we've done it right, one of them will fit in that side like that, and the other one, well, you'll see I've done it slightly wrong, so we'll just cut a little bit more off. And I've still actually done just a little bit too much, so we'll cut just a little bit more off. And then that will fit in like that to make the edgings of the boat. And obviously these can be stuck on a little bit more firmly with sellotape if we want to. And there's the boat. We'll just get a little bit of blue. These are just table napkins, so that we can put them down to make the blue of the sea. And then, always helps if you don't knock the thing while you're doing it, of course. And then Jesus and his disciples can go in the boat. There are the disciples standing at one end, busy doing the rowing. And Jesus is asleep on a cushion at the back. Until, of course, they wake him up and they say to him, "Lord, don't you care that we're drowning?" And Jesus stands up and says, "Peace, be still." And the sea is calmed, and Jesus has restored order to their lives.